Now, if there's one politician who represents everything that's wrong with this country, it's Greens Senator Lidia Thorpe. In Parliament this week, Lidia branded the Queen as a coloniser while reciting the Oath of Allegiance, mandatory for all parliamentarians.
Senator Thorpe, please recite the affirmation on the card handed to you.
I, Sovereign Lidia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and I bear true allegiance to the colonising Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Senator Thorpe. Senator Thorpe, you are required to recite the oath as printed on the card, so please recite the oath.
None of us
like it. Senator Thorpe, order.
I, Lidia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely affirm and declare that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law.
Senator Thorpe, please sign the test roll and Senator's roll.
Now, we see a lot of words redefined these days, but I think we just saw the redefinition of the word sincerely. Let me repeat what she said, quote, I, Sovereign Lidia Thorpe, do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the colonising Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, unquote. Meanwhile, Thorpe walked through the Senate with her arm held up with a clenched fist like she's some sort of hardcore revolutionary from the early 20th century, clearly forgetting that she was voted in by a mob of skinny, blue-haired, mask-wearing vegan socialists from inner city Melbourne. But this is not a joke. Lidia is dead serious, and so are her supporters. These people hate Australia, and they have no clue about our history. We have more to be proud of than any other nation on earth, and the facts are clear. Australia sought to be the very opposite of an oppressive, racist, colonial state from the beginning. And it stands out in history as perhaps the first nation to do so. Our founding father, Governor Arthur Phillip, declared that, quote, there can be no slavery in a free land and consequently no slaves. While the merchant fleets of Liverpool were transporting slaves to the Americas, Britain's Caribbean colonies were dependent on slave labour, and slavery was rife in the Raj at the time. Phillip barred slavery in New South Wales 8 months before the leader of the British abolitionist movement, William Wilberforce, first took up the issue in the House of Lords. After Phillip was ordered by King George III to, quote, endeavour by every possible means to open an intercourse with the natives and to conciliate their affections, enjoining all subjects to live in amity and kindness with them, unquote. He announced that, quote, any man who takes the life of a native will be put on trial the same as if he'd killed one of the garrison,